You know that feeling when you open your eyes in the morning and before you even remember what day it is, your chest is already tight? Before you've thought about your schedule, your body has already decided that today requires armor. Your heart rate ticks up, your jaw clenches, and somewhere in the back of your mind you think, I haven't even done anything yet. If that's familiar to you, I want you to know something important. What you're experiencing isn't a character flaw. It's not a sign that you're weak or incapable or failing at resilience. Morning anxiety is your nervous system sending you a signal, and that signal matters more than you might think, especially if you're someone who carries responsibility for others' well-being. I'm Laurel Myers Hurst. I'm a psychiatric nurse practitioner and an ethnomusicologist, and I spend my days working with healthcare leaders who are brilliant, capable, and completely exhausted. People who wake up anxious, people who can't remember the last time they felt rested, people who are so good at taking care of everyone else that they've forgotten how to recognize what their own body's trying to tell them. So let's talk about what morning anxiety actually is, why it's costing you more than you realize, and what it means for your capacity to lead, to love, and to stay in the work you care about without losing yourself in the process. If you're not quite sure I know what I'm talking about when it comes to somatic or body-based anxiety, try this. And I wouldn't have believed it myself before someone showed me. I want you to stand up, shake your arms out, close your eyes gently, and think about the last time you were in a conflict. Maybe you were embarrassed, ashamed, angry. You were feeling vulnerable, misunderstood, and you weren't exactly sure how it was all going to get resolved. I want you to gently open your eyes, bend over at the waist, try to touch the floor. How close are your fingertips to the floor, would you guess? Or should I say how far away? Now, I want you to stand up, shake your arms out again, close your eyes gently one more time, wrap your arms around yourself in a nice hug. Think about the last time you looked into the eyes of somebody you really cared about. You smelled something delicious, ate some food that was tasty, felt truly treasured and safe. I want you to gently open your eyes, bend over at the waist again, and see if you can touch the floor. If you're like me, you got much, much closer this time, and that's what we're talking about, internal bracing and anxiety. Here's what most people think anxiety is. They think it's worry. They think it's their brain spinning up too fast, rehearsing problems, catastrophizing about the day ahead. And yes, that's part of it, but that's the surface. Underneath that mental chatter is something much more physiological, much more visceral, and much more important. Morning anxiety is a nervous system state. It's your body preparing for threat before your conscious mind has even assessed whether there's anything to be threatened by. And the reason that matters is because your nervous system doesn't operate on logic. It operates on pattern. It learns. And if you've been living under chronic stress for months or years, your nervous system has learned that waking up means gearing up. It's learned that the world requires vigilance. It's learned that rest is dangerous. So every morning before you're even fully awake, your body floods your system with cortisol and adrenaline. Your heart rate elevates, your muscles brace, your digestion slows, your immune function dampens, and all of this happens automatically beneath your awareness because your nervous system is trying to protect you. It thinks you're still in danger. It doesn't know that the crisis has passed. It doesn't know that you're safe now. It only knows the pattern it's been practicing. And here's the part that most people don't realize. This isn't just uncomfortable. It's costly, not just emotionally, though it is that, not just mentally, though it is that too. This is costing you physiologically. It's costing you relationally. And if you're a leader, it's costing you professionally in ways that are almost invisible until they're not. Let me tell you about someone I'll call Grace. Grace is a healthcare executive, deeply skilled, deeply committed, beloved by her team. And every single morning for the better part of 2 years, she woke up with her heart pounding. She would lie there in bed, staring at the ceiling, already rehearsing the day, already bracing for conflict or disappointment or failure, even though logically she knew she was good at her job, even though she had no objective reason to expect disaster that day. But her body didn't care about logic. Her body was responding to a pattern, and that pattern was costing her. She was irritable with her kids. She was distant with her spouse. She couldn't focus on meetings the way she used to. She felt like she was always operating from behind, always catching up, always barely holding it together. And the worst part, she thought this was just who she was now. She thought this was the price of leadership. It is not. When your nervous system is stuck in a chronic state of arousal, when it's perpetually braced for threat, your body can't do the things it's designed to do. It can't digest well. It can't repair tissue efficiently. It can't consolidate memory. It can't regulate inflammation. It can't access the kind of calm, creative, integrative thinking that makes you effective as a leader. And it certainly can't help you show up warm and present with the people you love. This is what I mean when I say morning anxiety isn't just a mood problem. It's a signal. It's your body telling you that something in your nervous system is out of balance. And if you ignore that signal long enough, if you just push through it or medicate it or tell yourself to be tougher, you're not solving the problem. You're just teaching your nervous system to get louder. So what do we do about it? How do we actually restore balance when the pattern has been running for so long? First, we can have compassion on ourselves and realize our nervous system didn't get here overnight, and it's not exactly going to shift overnight either. This isn't about one meditation session or one good night's sleep or one boundary you set at work. This is about repatterning. This is about teaching your body that it's safe to rest again, that it's safe to soften, that vigilance isn't required every moment of the day. And here's what's both challenging and hopeful about that. Your nervous system learns through repetition. It learns through felt experience. It learns through practice. That means the anxiety pattern you're experiencing right now, it was learned. And anything that's learned can be unlearned. Anything that's been patterned can be repatterned. This is where neurorestoration comes in. Neurorestoration isn't about talking yourself out of anxiety. As good as they are, it's not about positive thinking or gratitude journals. It's definitely not about convincing your mind that everything is fine. It's about working directly with your nervous system. It's about evidence-informed practices that help your body remember what safety feels like, what ease feels like, what it's like to wake up without bracing. And one of the most powerful tools we have to do this is rhythm, groove, movement that doesn't demand performance, but invites your nervous system to regulate. Because here's what we know from the neuroscience. Your nervous system is exquisitely sensitive to rhythm. It responds to predictable, repetitive, embodied patterns in ways that no amount of cognitive effort can replicate. When you engage in rhythmic, embodied practice, you're not just distracting yourself from anxiety. You're literally giving your nervous system new information, a new pattern, a totally new structure. Grace didn't believe this either at first. She thought rhythm and movement were nice. It sounded too simple, too soft, too unlike the kind of rigorous intervention she thought she needed, and she was willing to do the work. But she was also desperate. After trying so many different things, she was tired of waking up afraid, and she was tired of feeling like a stranger in her own body and in her own home. So she tried it. And within 2 weeks, something shifted. She started waking up without that immediate clench in her chest. She started noticing moments of ease during the day. She started feeling like she could take a full breath again. And over time, as the pattern deepened, she started recognizing herself again. Not the armored, exhausted version of herself, the real version, the one who could lead with clarity and could come home with warmth, the one who could hold responsibility without losing herself. This is what's possible when you stop trying to manage anxiety with willpower and start restoring balance at the nervous system level. You don't just feel better, you become more capable, more present, more resilient in ways that actually last. Now, I want to be clear. This isn't about never feeling stressed again. That's not realistic, and it's not even desirable. Stress is part of life. Stress is part of meaningful work. But there's a difference between responding to stress with flexibility and being trapped in a chronic state of arousal that your body can't release. There's a difference between facing a challenge and waking up every single morning like you're already behind enemy lines. If you're waking up anxious, if your body feels like it's bracing before you've even gotten out of bed, that's not a sign that you need to work harder or be tougher or push through more heroically. That's a sign that your nervous system needs support. That's a sign that restoration is not just possible, it's necessary. And the beautiful thing is your body wants to restore. It's designed for it. It's wired for integration and balance and ease. The anxiety you're feeling isn't evidence that you're broken. It's evidence that your system is still trying to protect you, even if the protection has become the problem. So here's what I want you to take with you today. Morning anxiety is a signal, not a sentence. It's information, not identity. And when you work directly with your nervous system, when you give it the rhythmic, embodied, regulating practices it needs, you can shift the pattern. You can restore the capacity to wake up calm, to move through your day with steadiness, to come home present and kind instead of depleted and sharp. If you're ready to learn the fastest way to a more calm, kind, and capable you, I invite you to take our free quiz. It's at quiz.neurorestoration.com. That's quiz.neurorestoration.com. It's designed to help you understand where your nervous system is right now and what kind of support would serve you best. No pressure, no pitch, just clarity about what's actually happening in your body and what might help you restore the balance you're looking for. Again, that's quiz.neurorestoration.com. You don't have to keep waking up anxious. You don't have to keep living like your body is a problem to manage instead of a partner to restore. There is another way, and it starts with recognizing the signal for what it is. Remember, together we have everything we need.